So for this reading, we have 5 piles to choose between. Pile 1 is amethyst. Pile 2 is a pine cone. Pile 3 is lavender. Pile 4 is a shell. Pile 5 is tiger's eye. Feel free to pause the video, take as long as you need. This meditation will run for at least 30 seconds. Once you've made your selection, scroll down to the timestamps there in the description box or the comment section below. Find your corresponding timestamp, and I will meet you at your reading. Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your March prediction, everyone who chose the amethyst. I hope you guys are doing well today. Let's start off your prediction with some earth magic. Okay, so let's see if we can't get 2 cards. Oh, right off the bat, we have winter solstice with reflection. What is that? Oh my goodness. Okay. And then, where is it? Cave with sanctuary. Okay, interesting. So does this not look like hermit mode already? So it feels like March is some sort of reprieve or some sort of break at the very least, okay? You guys could be creative people and, needing to get a grasp on what you want to bring in for March or perhaps for the rest of the year, okay? Now, this could also be for just a general energy of sort of pulling away and being quiet, okay? This is definitely sort of more feminine energy, so being a little bit more receptive at this time instead of taking action, okay? Kind of more of the high priestess energy versus the emperor. So let's move forward and open this up with some tarot. Yeah, March right off the bat, there's a lot of blue, but kind of like a cold blue, okay? Cold blue, it really makes me think of January, so very, very much like pulling in, close to the hearth, that kind of vibe. Okay, so for pile 1, for the purple amethyst, yeah, I see you guys as being creatives, okay? I am most interested in painting whenever it is winter. During the summer, it's not really my thing. Kind of in the spring, I'll get that as well. I think that you guys get a lot of creative energy when it's wintertime as well, okay? So, for pile 1, this feels pretty good. 10 of Pentacles, contentment. Yeah, I get the idea that there's not really this need to move forward at this time. Whether or not you guys are interested in that idea, I can't say. But things seem to be very good, especially around the house at this time. I see a lot of contentment. Another 10. Okay, 10 of Wands with responsibility. Perhaps this reprieve that I was picking up on at the beginning of your reading has something to do with you already have putting in a lot of work, maybe even already this year. So we're moving into the 3rd month. It's like you really took January by the horns, 2022 by the horns, and really wanted to move somewhere with your life. And I think you've put forward the necessary steps and you have an action plan, and it's time now to sort of recuperate. I think it's because you're sort of trying to figure out where next to channel your energy. Okay, 2 10s, that's really interesting. It's the end of cycles, okay? And winter solstice is obviously a cycle, okay? And the cave, makes me think of the womb, some sort of growing period, okay? Justice with balance, yes. So everything with cycles, okay, pile 1? It's the idea of, if you are relating to having put in a lot of work this year already, it's sort of a reminder that we don't want to push forward all of the time, okay? We should work with seasons. And you don't have to, work with like the winter solstice, the spring solstice, etc. It's just the idea of let's make sure that we're not working constantly all of the time, okay, is the idea that I'm getting. Let's make room for one more card. Knight of Swords, spontaneity. Okay. Curious. So this Knight of Swords, I hope these are lined up well. Knight of Swords, not my favorite energy, though it's like a burst of energy, okay? So perhaps you guys are pulling away right now because things are good and that would be supported. So if we have sort of, finances that are not in order, our career life not in order, our health not in order, our relationships not in order, then we can't really have these moments where we can rest. And I really sense for you guys that March is a moment of rest, okay? Towards the end of March, I do sense new energy coming through, and this is as a result of you kind of heeding this advice, okay? I see you guys, perhaps, some of you are like, yes, thank God I have needed this rest. Some of you are like, it's not my favorite thing to stand still, and girl, I am there with you, okay? But justice with the Knight of Swords, yeah. We need to balance something, okay? Some of us need to tie up loose ends before we can really move forward into 2022. By really, I mean like wholeheartedly. Like there are some, I just saw like a butcher block with a knife. You just need to like chop off that fishtail or fish head and leave that in the past, okay? So that you're moving forward into this year with the spring coming forward with a balanced energy, okay? So making sure we're cutting off. There's like this sharpness that I'm seeing, in like winter, the cold snap, okay? It's like the trees drop all of their leaves and there's a period of sort of rest and like introspection and turning inwards. And then as a result of this rest, then we can have a beautiful, magnificent spring, okay? I do see you guys, this spring, towards the end of March, moving forward with this Knight of Swords energy, okay? So spontaneity, and an epiphany of some sorts, something along these lines. Well, let's get a few more tarot cards. So for pile 1, this isn't going to be a message for everyone, but I keep trying to say pile 3, so if you guys were interested in the lavender, you might check out pile 3. Okay. How many cards is this? 3? Perfect. Okay. 2. Let's move them like this. 2 of Cups. Okay, some sort of contract, some sort of reading the fine print, okay, before you move forward. Some sort of proposal around business, okay? Perhaps you are, experiencing some level of success with your business and there are people approaching you with ideas about how to take it in a different direction or how to branch out, okay? Interesting, we have another 10 at the very end of the suit, okay? So we have the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands, and now the 10 of Cups. So it feels like home in March is the very, very best place to be, okay? I'm curious about this 5 of Swords energy, okay? To me, this talks about conflicts of the mind, mental strife, okay? Bad habits, perhaps mincing our words. And let me try to get a pull on what that could be talking about. Okay, the Tower in reverse. This is very, very curious. Okay, so to me this says that the Tower has already fallen, and it feels like we really need to build a foundation. Okay, right now the call of attention is this necessity to find balance and to work in harmony. Okay, to work with the natural rhythms of life and to really sense when energy is supported, when projects are supported energetically, and when we are really being called to pause. Now, I don't know where you guys live, but in the United States, we are addicted to growth, okay? We are addicted to always working, and for some reason, we really celebrate people who exhaust themselves and who just work, 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 work. And that's, if you just look at it in a very, very basic way, is that balanced? Someone who works their entire life, is work the only aspect of life? No, okay, obviously. So if you just, peel back that at a very basic level, to work perpetually is exhausting, obviously. Okay, so there's this, I'm really just being called again and again and again to pause right now because you need to set a really stable foundation, because I think you guys have identified an action plan, like I was saying earlier in your reading. I think you guys have made some initial steps towards some new way of living, towards a new creative project, towards something, okay? You've reached some milestone. Look at 3 tens, okay? The end of cycles. And I think you are in a really good, energetic place throughout 2022, like right now. But if you continue to push forward, that's going to be a foundation that you used to operate on, and it's no longer supportive, okay? We don't want to repeat this like driving component, okay? I think March is really about a rest so that you can move forward perhaps in April or, in spring with this idea that you guys have recently, okay? With this new state of being, with this new relationship with yourself perhaps. And, I don't want you to be worried about this Tower in reverse. All I'm getting psychically is that we want the foundation to be good. And I think you guys have identified a really good way of going about your year, okay? For some reason, I'm getting the idea of like you have set a foundation for your year, and that is what is setting you up for so much success, okay? But we want to make sure that we're not running forward because the apple cart's going to toss. It's like you've picked up new habits and routines slowly and cumulatively, and you want to sort of acclimate to that energy and what it feels like to hold all of these puzzle pieces, all these new pieces together, and to balance them before you take on more, before you take on that emperor moment. Okay? Very cool. Let's go ahead and pull a spiritual card, and then I'm going to pull an animal medicine card. Okay. So for pile 1, for the amethyst, please. Protection, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Beautiful. Okay, to me this is talking about, look, it's like another cycle, okay, is what I'm getting. Also, interestingly, this kind of reminds me of the new moon, which is going to be on March 1st. So it's like, pull back right now because you're planting the seeds of intention for a really, really prosperous month, but I also get year. I feel like you guys are really, really stepping into a new sort of state of being where you sense energy more reliably, and you can know when it's time to call back your power, retreat a little bit, get this moment of rest and reprieve, because it's like this idea of stamina that we're increasing. We don't want you guys to burn out, okay, is the idea. Let's pull one last card for you guys. This will be your animal medicine card. And I want you guys to do a little bit of research. I will divine a little bit, but I want you guys to do a little bit of research because this animal has been trying to get your attention so far this year. They want to work with you, especially in March. Okay. So for pile 1, the amethyst, beautiful, crow. Okay. Crow is about law, okay? And to me, it's really talking about this justice card, and it's talking about the law of cause and effect, okay? But another message with crow is that we really shouldn't dwell on past habits, anxieties, and fears, or perhaps these scenarios in our mind, because if we give those attention, we're going to peck them and then they're going to come to life, and then, that's what it means to eat crow. This crow saw its shadow self and gave it so much attention that it came to life and killed it. Okay, and that's what, That's what it means to eat crow. So we don't want to do that, right? We don't want to fall into old cycles of being. We want to work with harmony, okay? This 2 and 4 makes us 6. It's really talking about harmony to me. And we want to make sure that we don't dwell on the past, okay? Because again, I sense that you guys are really setting up a really very sustainable foundation, okay? And that's like remarkable is what I'm getting. But also, crows to me are really magical. I love crows. I love how black they are, right? So let's pull one final message. You guys got, the cave, which talks about darkness. We have a new moon coming up, a dark crow, this beautiful black bear. So we're going to pull one final message, and this is going to be a message from the void. But before we do that, I feel like you guys should research crows and what they mean symbolically to you, okay? To me, again, it's just like magic. Wow, that is so many. Honestly, I'm going to put them back and do a quick little shuffle. Just one message from the void. Okay. There we go. Don't get caught waiting for the other shoe to drop. That's beautiful, okay? That's this crow. So that tells me you guys sense that you're moving in a new direction, but there's perhaps just a tad of impatience or self-doubt. You're doubting that this new way of being, this new way of working with energy, this new sensing your flow, ebbs and flow, you're wondering, is this real? Is this supportive? Or should I just, be in this hustle culture and just keep grinding away? I sense that you guys are able to work with energy when it's supportive and when it's not. Right now, we're calling you to rest. If that resonates with you, heed that, okay? If it resonates, it's for a reason. But another, I love this card. Don't get caught waiting for the other shoe to drop really means don't worry about the future, okay? Don't focus and dwell on things not working because that's the reality you will create. If you focus on all the ways that this won't be sustainable or this new project, this new idea, this new relationship won't be supported, then you're only going to create that reality. Okay, I love this message. Don't get caught waiting for the other shoe to drop means that it is okay right now to be. Because sometimes we're just called to be, okay? Sometimes we're not supposed to just work forever, right? Because that's imbalanced. Sometimes we're just supposed to be and observe life around us. You guys have the energy of that supported right now. This 10 of Cups is like domestic bliss, okay? To me, it says, enjoy life right now. Sit in your living room and love that, okay? Love how the light comes through the window. Love the candles on your coffee table. Love what it's like to live and enjoy life, okay? Because I do sense you going somewhere interesting, somewhere cool, somewhere with a lot of energy towards the end of March. So this is the end of your reading, pile 1. This is your March prediction. I really hope that you liked it. If you did, you can drop me a big thumbs up. It really helps my channel grow and it helps other people find these messages. And until next time, stay divine. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading, everyone who chose the pine cone. Let's start off your March prediction with some earth magic. Okay. So let's try to pick up on a theme. Okay, you two wanted to come out. I do want to. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so you guys have Dawn with New Beginnings and then Iceberg with Submerged. Curious. Okay. I like to see these opposing colors, these greens versus the blue. Okay, and so I'm seeing life and tropical life here. Okay, very opposite. Because I'm saying tropical because I see palm trees here. It also just looks very warm. Opposed to this, iceberg, submerged, the Arctic, something bigger under the surface. Very curious, okay? So I think the first thing that I see in March for everyone who chose the pine cone is this new aspect coming into life. Now, this is a general reading, so this could be an aspect of your personality. This could be some new information coming to light. This could be a new relationship taken to the next level. But let's go a little deeper and open this up with the tarot. So let me just grab that deck. Okay. Let's continue. Let's get a few cards. So for pile 2, Everyone who has chosen the pine cone, what's going on with pile 2 in March? I apologize if you guys can hear that train. It always seems to come out just when I'm beginning a reading. All right. Okay, this feels pretty good. 10 of Pentacles. Wow, this came out first in pile 1 as well. So for you guys though, I'm seeing legacy, okay? I'm seeing ancestry. I see that's what we're heightening or calling attention to. Okay, 4 of Cups with awareness. All right, I'm immediately pulled to your iceberg card with submerged. And this feels like, yeah, a new aspect coming into being, okay? And it's gonna help you feel a little more fulfilled and satisfied. I think fulfillment and satisfaction are areas in your life that we want to pour a little water on. Okay, so the regular depiction of this 4 of Cups, I say regular, however I mean the Rider-Waite version, is this figure who's sitting on a hillcock looking down with arms crossed at 3 cups. And those are the cups that he's put all of his imagination in, all of his creative power and potential, and he's just not satisfied. However, on the wings, on the side, there is a hand emerging from a cloud offering another cup, okay? Offering a new beginning, okay? The dawn of something else. So I'm seeing for March, for pile 2, an opportunity. This feels like something that is like what you're doing and is going to bring a lot of wealth or satisfaction or health or stability, like financial stability. It's like what you're doing, but slightly different. It's like we've angled it slightly. The best example I can give, because this is a general reading, it would be like, a photographer being offered a videography position, okay? Or you're an equestrian and you do hunter jumpers and you're offered a training position as a dressage coach, okay? Something along these lines. You usually teach painting, they want you to teach photography, okay? Something along these lines, okay? And it's going to help you guys sort of feel a little bit more satisfied. And honestly, I love the sound of this already, okay? And just another little message I'm hearing is that, if you go forward too fast and you just achieve, we kind of lose sight of what it feels like to be fulfilled, right? And it also is like the energy I'm getting is like when you graduate college and you're like, what's next? Like, what big milestone can I go after next that's going to give me that level of satisfaction and achievement? Curious. 6 of Swords, boundaries. Interesting. Okay, and then let's draw one more. Queen of Pentacles, growth. Yeah, there seems to be some aspect around career, talents, or health. Okay, I see presently that you guys, this 10 of Pentacles coming out underneath the iceberg, it's like your biggest idea yet is under the surface. It's like your biggest career move has yet to come into being, okay? I'm getting the idea that you are evolving into this Queen of Pentacles, okay? I'm sensing the beginning of a really harmonious chapter of your life, and it starts in March. This 6 of Swords card in the Rider-Waite deck, I call it, moving into clear water, okay? You see at the bottom right-hand corner, it's sort of turgid, one of those words is correct. A lot of ripples, and then we're moving into really placid, quiet waters, okay? And that's done by plumbing the depths and trying to figure out what mental barriers have been hindering us, okay? To me, this feels like you guys have been setting boundaries with your thoughts, okay? When you sense a negative thought coming in, you're able to deal with it. Identify it at the very least. It's that identification aspect that I see you guys improving. You're able to see if when an idea comes in, Is it something worth pursuing, or is it just a curious thought? When you have an anxiety come in, is that something that I really need to be anxious about in this present moment, or do I need to let that go and isn't really something? I see this dawn, okay? I see you guys learning to balance between career and home life, work and play, and nourishing yourself, okay? There's this idea of stepping into the power of the Queen of Pentacles, and she has a really good grasp of the balance between work and play. She keeps a very nice home. It's very nurturing. She's an excellent chef. She's an excellent homemaker. And remember, gender is irrelevant in the tarot. I'm just saying she because anyways. So she also has an established career, okay? She's very, very nurturing. And I see you nurturing a talent, okay? It's curious. Let's consult another tarot deck and open this up a little bit further. Okay. So for pile 3, for the pine cone, pile 3, that's the second time I've done that today. So this isn't for everyone, but if someone in here really felt drawn to pile 3, which is the lavender, there might be a message there for you. Okay, first card to come out is this beautiful, yay. Okay, yeah, I see you getting your mind right, okay? I also am seeing this as an idea coming to the surface, okay? We love to see this aspect of the Nine of Swords because the swords will fall off the wall, and this person, this figure in bed reminds me of a bat hanging in a cave, and in Native American lore, the bat is about rebirth, okay? So new beginnings, rebirth, okay? Something coming under the surface, something that you didn't feel really stable about. Okay, so how do I mean stable? Something you didn't feel secure in. Some aspect of you is coming out. I think it's a talent. I think you're becoming aware of something, and I'm just very curious, okay? But this nightmare card, but in reverse, it kind of talks about dreams to me. You might be getting an inkling, pile 2. You might be getting a flash of insight in your dreams, okay? And you'll wake up in the middle of the night and you will have just, yes, I just got a shiver, a little spiritual shiver confirmation. You're gonna wake up in the middle of the night and there's gonna be a thought in March, okay? Potentially in the beginning of March. And this idea, this little epiphany, is going to reveal something, okay? There's something submerged, okay? It's the subconscious. It's like you doubted this ability of yours, or you had a figure in your life, perhaps a parent, who didn't think that this was something that was worth pursuing because they didn't know that you can make a lot of money at it, okay? Or that you were talented enough. It's like a dream we've given up on, and it's coming back to be, you know, re-examined at the very least. This is a fun March. I love to see this for you guys. Let's draw a couple more cards. So for pile 2, what else can we talk about with pile 2? Okay. Oh, would you look at this? Okay, so I think you guys doubt your ability to go it alone, though I see, again, a lot of abundance. You guys now have the 9 and the 10 of Pentacles, followed by the Ace of Cups. Okay, so I really want you guys with this Ace of Cups to feel worthy of this, okay? To feel like you love yourself and you love your body. It's really important to feel this way. The Queen of Pentacles, she's all about nurturing the body, okay? So this is like buying yourself nice perfume. It's more than that though. It's a regiment. It's like really, you know, taking care of your skin, taking care of the food and the water, and eating with intention, okay? And feeling worthy is really important because that development of worthiness is going to lead to self-confidence, and I really think it's going to bring this idea, this really, really cool aspect to the surface, okay? There's something much bigger that you are capable of, something much deeper, or at the very least, this is, again, an epiphany, a realization. It's going to take what you presently love doing to the next level if you identify with that. meaning if you identify with loving what you presently do, okay? Now, again, this Nine of Pentacles, it talks to me about abundance and luxury and expressing gratitude, okay? I love to see two nines in a reading as well. I think you might be seeing 99 or 999 repeating. Nines talk about abundance, okay? And indeed, this card does too. Here, an abundance of anxieties, but remember, they're dropping away. You guys are gaining control of your mind. Here, it's an abundance of health and wealth, okay? Now, this is also kind of, I look at this figure as being so successful that she is single. They are single, okay? So perhaps this has something to do with you going out alone with this talent of yours, with this career idea that you have that's coming to the surface, okay? I think it's going to lead to satisfaction to go this alone, or just feelings of contentment, okay? Ace of Cups could be new love, but to me it's feeling worthy of love, okay? It's loving the parts of yourself that have worked up through the muck and mud of life, of things that have happened to you, going through the muddy water to rise to the surface, to open a bloom like these lotuses here, okay? Dawn, new beginning, makes me think of spring, okay? Submerged. You were under all this. I love this reading pile too. You were underwater. You were this bulb underwater like these lotuses. And you just, were stuck there for a while for whatever reason, perhaps trapped in your mind, okay? A lot of mental conflict, anxieties, fears, perhaps an overbearing parent or an overbearing figure in your life or a self-limiting belief. But you started to climb and get through that mire, that muck, and you rose to the surface to bloom, okay? Very curious. Let's, this is really pretty. I love to see this, okay? I don't know any other card that could illustrate a new beginning better than this. So some magic happening for pile 2 in the month of March. Let's move forward, and I'm going to draw a spiritual lens for you. Okay, so for pile 2, for the pine cone, what message do we have in a spiritual nature? Give us a spiritual lens for the month of March for pile 2. That's perhaps too many, but you know what? For some reason I want to take them all. Okay. Let's start off. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. I think you've met this, okay? I'm also seeing this as just pay attention to this amazing idea that's coming through. It's pivotal, okay? It's like I couldn't get that out fast enough. It's your rite of passage, this tuning into yourself, believing in yourself, sorting out the mind, sorting out past influences, and putting yourself first, going after this aspect of you, and that's as clear as I can be, that wants to come to the surface, okay? Perhaps you used to be someone more meek, okay? But, you've learned that, you have a crap ton of experience in your life, perhaps even more than the people that you normally associate with, and you were dumbing yourself down. That's the energy I'm getting. It's like you were less than something, less than who you actually are, so that you wouldn't rock the boat in your family or in the world, okay? But I feel like you're bigger than that. This is very curious. I haven't seen this card yet. The Great Gathering, it's all coming together, intuitive hits, soul tribe, okay? That's the message right there. There is an epiphany coming in March for pile 2, okay? An intuitive hit that's perhaps coming at night in your dreams, like a bolt of lightning, okay? It's gonna bring a lot of creative energy forward. Pillar of light, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. This is an amazing reading. I hope that you can see this off to the side here. I'm gonna just pull it close. Okay? Because what I see is someone who's awakening. And perhaps You are emerging from a deep slumber, pile 2, and you are coming to the surface to open like this lotus bloom. This is really beautiful. You could be interested in spirituality, okay, and you are the oracle. Kind of to me talks about someone who works with channeling messages, okay, so that could be something you're interested in. But this vibration is rising, the rite of passage and intuitive hits, it's all coming together. Divine timing is at play in the month of March for pile 2, okay? I think you're about to experience an increase in abundance, taking your career to the next level, or you guys are bringing something that you've been keeping in the shadows or that you gave up on a while ago because you had an overbearing figure in your life, or because of, like I said, self-limiting beliefs. And that was a major hitch in my throat. And I'm getting, sorry, I think that message is important for someone. This self-limiting belief, okay, that means that you compared this idea that you had to people in the world, okay, and you thought, or someone convinced you that you weren't capable of doing this, okay, and I sense that you actually are, especially, I know that, okay? I know that you guys are very capable, given everything that we've touched on so far. It's like when I was younger, the only thing I ever wanted to be was an artist. I didn't care. People at school, my teachers, my parents, especially my parents, would say, yeah, it's really hard, Zach. Like, you're talented, but it's really hard to do that. So what if you focused on science instead? No. It never swayed me, okay? Because I have a lot of drive and self-confidence. I just knew it was wrong. I didn't need to pick something because it was, was going to be the safe thing, okay? I think perhaps that was holding you back before. You are charging forward, okay? I see a great awakening of sorts. I see you sort of getting all these cogs out of your mind. You're getting your mind right, and it's causing your vibration to rise. Perhaps you've been focusing on affirmations lately. Everything's coming together for pile 2, okay? I see some pivotal energy in March. March is like your month, pile 2. This is incredible. I do want to draw one final card for you. I'm going to draw an animal medicine card, and this animal has been trying to get your attention this year, okay, so starting around January, and it really wants to work with you, especially in March, okay? So let's try to get one animal for pile 2, and I want you guys to research this animal. I'll divine it a little bit, but I really want you guys to research this animal. How incredible is this? This is really cool. I like your month, pile 2. It just feels like it's you. Otter. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. Otter talks about the divine female energy. Okay. That's great. Okay. In the balanced form. In the unbalanced form, the divine female is catty and a gossip queen. This otter is not, though. The Native American message with this is that there was 2 sisters, and one lost their husband, and the other sister was so confident in herself and knew who she was, being someone who incarnated into Earth to have a human experience, okay? She allowed her sister to sleep with her husband so that she wouldn't lose that part of her, lose that sexuality, sensual nature, wouldn't dry up in a sense, okay, pile 2? And so she could tap into those creative energies, right? I know that's not going to be a message for everyone, but it's just this idea of really being a grounded individual and having a really strong self-concept and understanding how to move through life with grace and beauty, okay? That's what I'm getting so far. I also want you guys to look up the otter. The otter could already be significant with you, but I'm getting that this is an important figure to work with in the month of March. Okay, so this is the end of your reading, pile 2. I really hope you liked it. If you did, you can give me a big thumbs up. It really helps my channel grow, and it helps other people find these messages too. If you haven't already, you can consider subscribing, and until next time, Stay divine. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. Everyone who chose the lavender. I'm just going to move that up here. Okay. There, that will stay. Now let's start off your March prediction with some earth magic. I'm actually going to take a real quick swig of coffee. Okay. So this is for pile 3, this is for the lavender. So I don't know if you have noticed, but I changed the set, and just for you guys, because the first message I have for pile 3 is the color purple. Okay, purple is really significant to you guys, especially in the month of March. So significant that I changed my tablecloth to this gorgeous royal purple, okay? And lavender, you know, purple. I think purple foods are really important for you in the month of March, okay? I think that you could go out and buy purple pillowcases if you wanted to enhance your dreams. I think you guys could look into getting some amethyst. There's something to do with purple that's really significant, okay? I just felt really called to bring forward first this message of purple, okay? But let's start here. Okay, spring, rebirth, clouds, shape-shifting. Ooh, curious. A lot of beautiful magic. Cool. We actually have the spring equinox coming out for your March prediction. Obviously, March 21st being the first day of spring. I'm really attracted to her rabbit and this cloud with shape-shifting. It's giving me a really, really sort of magical energy. I love the idea of cats and rabbits being able to pass through time and sort of be able to pass on messages, okay? I think that rabbits could be very significant to you, or at the very least, we're feeling like we're able to prosper in some degree in the month of March. Very curious. I love this energy. It feels like a turning point. It feels like March is going to be very good to my pile 3s, okay? Now, fold in that element of purple, okay? So purple has to do with the third eye. So I think that you guys could be psychic, okay? I just, you know, for me to change the entire set to bring forward all this purple for you guys, I think it's significant somehow to our third eye or crown chakra, okay? So I think that, you know, with this extra element of magic and shape-shifting, I feel like you guys are really, really, it's like your psychic abilities are stepping up, okay? Or you're turning on to them, something along these lines, okay? There's something to do with like real magic. And by real magic, I kind of gravitate towards energy healing or psychic work, okay? So this feels pretty good for pile 3. 10 of Pentacles. That's so weird. Okay, so this is the third reading in a row where the 10 of Pentacles came out first, okay? I'm sorry, I'm trying to set these up. This tablecloth is not being very cooperative. So it's curious, right? It's a lot of contentment. To me, it talks about kind of having everything right now, or legacy, or a focus on your mark on the world, okay? How are you going to bring forward abundance, prosperity, these kind of ideas, okay? But it's also just, it feels like a really good time right now to just be, okay? I'm getting this idea of sort of the preparation has been set, and I want you guys just to experience what you have created right now, or we're really calling for attention, something to do with magic, okay? The Chariot, okay, so going somewhere. Okay, yeah, I sense a lot of stability right now. Ooh, and ambition. Ooh, this is great to see. Okay, so indeed, pile 3, where are you going? Okay, I sense like you've arrived somewhere and we're taking all of this in because we need this moment of rest and recuperation in order to go somewhere else. Okay, I sense that financially things are incredible in the month of March. I think that you could be getting an increase in finances, something along these lines. You could be getting a new job. You could be getting ideas about where to go to next. Okay? Rebirth, shape-shifting. You guys are stepping into your element in the month of March. Beautiful. Love to see that for you. If you guys want any of these bags you see, I make all of them. I like this sun and moon tarot bag. So just drop me a little comment. We can figure out a price. Maybe that's what you guys are doing. You guys are starting a little spiritual shop or something along these lines, okay? I just see business and career being very profitable. Okay, I'm being drawn to now these two wolves, okay, which stand for protection in this deck, okay? And they're both black, unlike the Rider-Waite version, which shows a white and a black sphinx. To me, it's like you are riding into the creative void, for whatever that means. There's this element of mysticism and mystery and psychic ability. It just feels very curious. March feels almost like a mystery, okay? We're seeing a lot of pentacles, virtually no other suits yet, okay? I have reached for another deck to get some clarification, but a lot of wealth of health, okay? Because I think that you brought this in through magic or manifestation or something like that. Okay, it feels like March, the focus is on career and finances and improving them. Okay, yeah, Page of Pentacles. I see you have grown from this Page of Pentacles. Bizarre to have the Chariot line up against the Chariot when I made that particular comment. Okay. Very cool. So I see growth, right? I see, Page of Pentacles is a little bit scattered. He has amazing ideas, doesn't really know how to plant them or bring them into being, okay? I see you having shape-shifted from that, okay? I see this first row of tarot is being this new energy. This is March for you, okay? The clarification of Chariot on top of Chariot, okay, has something to do with a creative union, okay? I'm getting this idea of going somewhere, okay? Experiencing freedom, okay? And I just get this journey, okay? I'm not gonna lie, for my pile 3, I get this sense of mystery that I'm not sort of supposed to unfold all of these answers for you. This reading is a little bit more stilted than the other readings, okay? I'm gonna draw a spiritual lens just to see if I can get some sort of confirmation on this. I sense that finances were a difficulty for you in the past, but as a result of increasing and working on your finances, working on your career, you're going to be experiencing this idea of freedom, okay? This Queen of Cups, not my favorite, okay? She is a little too high-strung for me. However, she is the psychic in the deck, okay? I think that some of you have been curious about pursuing careers and going somewhere, okay? This idea of going somewhere, but I think what was necessary over the last 4 or 5 months was this moment of preparation. But you are about to rebirth, okay? Experience a rebirth. I just got like a huge flash about this shape-shifting element. It's like you really understood certain milestones that has to do with career, okay? And, or at least your finances. And I feel like doing all this work, all this foundation work has put you in a place where you are now able to move forward, and it's going to bring about so much new. And that's perhaps what it is. That's perhaps that idea of mystery, this clarification that I can't seem to get any deeper on. It's supposed to be a surprise, which is really cool. That's a really interesting message. It's not supposed to be something that I divine to a T, because that would ruin some of the surprise, right? It would ruin some of the serendipity. There is just this beautiful energy. If you have spring on your side with shape-shifting, March is, the very first thing I said in your reading was a turning point. You're going somewhere new in your life with a lot more stability, and you're going to be able to go the distance, is what I'm hearing. This hare, tortoise versus the hare. I get that slowing down is difficult for you, and you've learned that lesson. You've really entrenched yourself in these pentacles. But now, since you've gotten a little bit more stability, I see a road trip, okay? I see you going abroad, perhaps. So could I get a spiritual lens for pile 3, the lavender? Sisterhood of the Road, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Okay, I got that idea of mysticism. Very curious, and I wanted to do you as well. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. This is such a beautiful card. I haven't seen it before. Wow, it's just all this magic. I love to see the iridescence as well. Okay, I'm gonna just set that there. Okay, so yeah, that's what I was getting. Mystic, teacher, this idea of mysticism. I know that you guys are sort of my psychic pile. We have a lot of confirmation for that. And I'm going to go ahead and continue to draw a few more cards. I'm going to give you guys a message from a spirit animal who's been trying to get your attention since January and really wants to work with you in the month of March. I don't know what that is. Okay. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration, a new way of being, rebirth, okay? There's something here. There's something that was perhaps blocked from you, and it's now you're gaining access to it, okay? This is a really, really magical reading, and there seems to be this element of magic in a lot of these readings for this March prediction. I know there's something to do with a Pisces moon, something along these lines, okay? And that really has to do with heightened intuition and psychic ability, okay? Pay attention to this. In the month of March, there seems to be this idea of magic and mysticism surrounding you, okay? And I think it's because you're getting a leveling up of some sort that has to do with energy and manipulating energy and simply stepping into a place in your life where you utilize creative powers, okay? It's interesting, okay? I try to be as specific as I can with these readings, even though they are general, but it's curious because I'm just getting over and over again that I'm not supposed to be any more clear than this, okay? I get the idea that that might be uncomfortable for you. This deer, okay, talks about gentleness, talks about not rushing, talks about greeting obstacles with these gorgeous, gentle, innocent eyes, okay? If any roadblocks come up, it's about just looking at them and not being sort of unseated, okay? Recognizing that you can work through this energy, and simply by stating that, it's going to flow easier, okay? This deer, it talks about killing people with kindness, okay? It talks about speaking softer, going throughout life without hurrying or rushing or anything like that. But that's as much as I want to divine for the deer. I want you guys to look up this deer and see what it means to you. But I'm picking up on this 4, okay? This element is stability. And this stability is causing you, pile 3, to be different. It's like you are different. This is not the same you, and it's like incredibly new to you, and we're asking you to sort of sit with this energy perhaps, or look at it, investigate it. If you feel inklings to look up for a mystic teacher or a spiritualist or a psychic advisor, I think that energy is supported in the month of March. Something along these lines, okay? But what I get is that you are stepping into a newness, okay? It feels fresh. Feels really, really beautiful. I'm very curious for this pile 3, and it's kind of really beautiful energy. I think that many people in this pile are old souls or associate with that. A lot of you are mystics, healers, star seeds. I think earth angels. You guys would resonate with that. Clever. Yeah. Time and finding a niche. Okay? Perhaps you're wondering where to put this newfound ability of yours, where to channel that energy, what part of spirituality are you drawn to most, where can you affect change the most. These are interesting ideas in the month of March. I am going to draw a message from the void. Let's get two. Is this really? This one has not come out yet. Oh, it's just this heart, right? We are getting this very vague, sort of abstract. Oh my God. And you got the one, this one hasn't come out either. This is the one little message in here that's only black. I'm getting so many shivers right now. How synchronistic is that? There's this idea of creation and bringing forward, there's something unknown, and I cannot be any more specific simply because I don't think I'm supposed to be. I was interpreting this heart as vagueness and just love, okay? Just the idea of love and support, but also intentionally being vague. And then we get this incredible, just pure, empty, black void creative energy, okay? Very, very, very cool, okay? To me, it just talks about, again, we're not supposed to spell this out for you, but what we are seeing is a lot of energy transforming you and who you are and moving through life in this sort of newness. It's like we're seeing that finances are improving. You might be getting an inheritance, and this is giving you the energy to go somewhere new, to travel in the direction that you wanted to take your life for so long, but you perhaps were blinded by this feeling you had inside that was something along the lines of needing to prove yourself or be influential, at least have your voice heard in the world, your work seen, something along these lines. And it's been being guided slowly over time to help you realize that perhaps this has something to do with being a psychic. Perhaps this has something to do with being a mystic, a healer, a spiritual advisor, a life coach at the very least. Okay, there's this really, really nourishing, gentle energy. It's amazing. I'm gonna be, I'm a little dumbfounded that these are the messages that came out. They've never come out before. I've been doing this channel for about a year now. I love to see this. Is there anything else? Let's draw a couple romance cards just to finish off this reading. We got that little heart, so let's pull on that. So for pile 3, please, this very, very mysterious group. Okay. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here, and I'm getting the idea that I shouldn't clarify this any further, okay? But what I am seeing with this Queen of Cups, this gentleness and chemistry, and this, look at that magic going on right there. I see someone coming into your life. I think you could even already be in a relationship, but I see someone coming for you. Pile 3, not in a negative way. I'm getting this really, really loving, serendipitous, surprising. I'm not going to touch on this anymore. I want some of this to be a surprise for you. This is one of the weirdest readings I've ever done, and it's making me be super interested in tarot all over again because this is so unexpected. But I see this idea of love. Okay, let's see if we can get some cues on them. I'm going to read this person's aura, okay? Try not to be too invasive, because there is this element of needing to be, to let you guys have this surprise, okay? There's a strong magnetic attraction here. It tells me you're being pulled. Whether or not you guys are currently in relationships, there's something you're meant to do together, and you're being pulled together. I sense that they are older than you, okay? A little bit more experienced, okay? There's something you guys decided to do here before you incarnated. Okay, so these 3 cards, they came out. Yeah, I got this. I actually don't know if you can see as far down as here. So let's maybe go like this. Okay. We have the lightning bolt, right? I'm seeing that as that connection going on, this magic right there. A bird in the hand is worth more than two in the bush against this great purple background. This is also a very, very dark, dark purple. I don't know if that'll pick up on camera. As well as this going on with these doves and peace, okay? And birds, they're messengers. Lightning talks about sparks, creativity, magnetic attraction. Okay, so this person seems to be spiritual and they have heightened intelligence, and it's because they are absolutely a starseed or a light worker at the very least. Okay, there's this idea of like a smart spiritualist, someone who really does know what magic is and how to utilize it. They're peaceful, they're very grounded, they love nature, they perhaps have something to do with animals and communication, but I think birds are really significant to them, or you, or the both of you, okay? But look at this very dark purple, crackling lightning underneath the surface with doves and peace. This person is powerful, but they don't use it in like a forceful outside masculine manner. They use it in a feminine energy kind of manner. They simply emanate this. This is so curious, but I'm going to end your reading here. I loved your reading. If you guys haven't already, you can consider subscribing. If you've made it this far in the video, you can give me a big thumbs up. And until next time, stay divine. Hello, Pile 4. Welcome to your reading, everyone who chose the shell. Let's start off your March prediction with some earth medicine. Okay, let's see if I can get 2 cards for you guys. Pile 4, please. Everyone who has chosen the shell. River with movement. Beautiful. I love to see this. I'm picking up on first this really pastel pink. Curious, this light pink and green is making me think of the heart chakra. Okay. Oh, I've been waiting for this card to come out. I love, if you followed me on this channel for some time, you will know that I love fairies. As a kid, I grew up building fairy houses in the backwoods, along brooks and streams. I love fairies, okay? So you have fairies with earth magic as well as movement, okay? So I just sense like things are moving forward for you, okay? And this is radically different than piles 1, 2, and 3. What I see is a shift, okay, that has taken place or is taking place in the month of March, okay? Now, this could be you were at a stalemate at work or with a boss or with a friend, a family member, a relationship was stale, something like that. What I'm getting is just sort of a blossoming, okay? A true, genuine spring kind of feeling where the seeds are breaking through the soil and unfurling, okay? And this is your month of March. What's very curious is that I'm seeing the sun with these rays coming out, and these rays coming over here and reaching all the way down to the flowers here in this fairy, okay? I see something you have created blossoming, okay? As someone who writes, as a writer myself, to me, this reads as, a creative work that you have made is coming into light, okay? You're fleshing it out. The petals are opening, unfurling. The scent is amazing. Just before I stepped into the studio, my pink jasmine is blooming. Pink, okay? And the scent, the fragrance is just exceptional, okay? It's really, really incredible. My pink jasmine just started opening yesterday, and one teeny tiny flower opened, and its fragrance was like as strong as an entire bush of roses. from this one tiny little petal, okay? I'm getting that, that kind of energy for you guys. So let's open up your month of March with some tarot. Oh boy. 1 second, guys. Okay, wow, it was worth it. Anyways, what I was saying in my head right before I reached down and flipped over your card was, this is going to be worth the effort. I just knew it. Sometimes cards fly off and hit the ground and I'll just be like, nope, it wasn't meant to be. Look at this. Is this not? Oh my gosh, and even more of a confirmation, okay? Remember I picked up on the sun and this pinkness and these rays coming in? It's the same energy radiating from the sun and the card of happiness. This is amazing so far. I love this energy going on here. It's really, really different than the other piles so far. Oh, geez. Work with me. Okay. What? Really? The star as well? With earth, magic, and fairies? Okay. 8 of Wands. Okay. 2 of Cups. A union. So what I'm seeing is the sun is finally coming out, okay? If this, I was getting the energy of like a stalemate in a relationship, that's being done, right? If there was some sort of stale energy, it's going away, right? This 8 of Wands is like a burst of energy and it is being cleared away, okay? And I see that in line with this 2 of Cups and union, okay? This is incredible. You guys, if this card, this says shift right here to me, okay? I see all of your wishes, hopes, and dreams coming true, and I'm not even trying to sound like that person or that tarot reader. It just looks remarkable, okay? It's like a dawn. I think March is really celebratory for you. Some of you have birthdays in March. Happy birthday. And someone in here has a birthday. You should leave a comment below. I would like to wish you a happy birthday. But you guys are achieving this milestone in your life, and it's bringing forward a lot of really amazing energy for you, okay? I see energy. I see, relationships blossoming, okay? I see friendships growing. I see romance for some of you. Oh, that was very, very warm. Moving these cards around almost burnt myself. Okay, so let's not be like Icarus and fly too close to the sun, right? That was a message for someone in here. To not be blinded by this. Okay, but also to make sure, yes, I just got a confirmation. Make sure that you are allowing yourself to feel worthy of this abundance. That's a really important message for pile 4. Okay, I'm getting a lot of spiritual confirmations here. I'm experiencing this myself right now, okay? Things just seem to be very serendipitous right now. A lot of divine timing at play, and especially for my pile 4 in the month of March, okay? This is remarkable energy. Get the scoop and work, okay? So this could have to do with work or creative project, that stalemate between you and a boss, or kind of clunky energy about where you are in the world and what you want to do with your career. I see that shifting, right? This kind of feels like you guys are shaking off some old form and like really blossoming, okay? There's always that one pile, who seems to be having a glow up. And if I had to put one pile so far, I guess I haven't done the 5th one yet, but it would be you, okay? I'm going to say that right now. Confidently, right? The sun is about confidence. You guys are feeling really good and magical because not only are things shifting in your life, but you feel them. You feel this happening because you see it too. There are these just random, incredible moments where you feel like, the worst doesn't happen to you anymore because you sort of turn things around. And you don't focus on the negative so much. You don't sense the end of world disaster. You don't sense the absolute worst happening. What I mean to say is that you're really sort of tuned in with your awareness and you have a very developed self-concept. So when a bump in the road happens, you don't you don't immediately think of disaster. And as a result, you sort of create an open channel for really receptive and helpful energy to come through. And it's showing up in really serendipitous ways. For example, I was driving to the gym today and I I saw a huge bolt in the road. And I am usually very, very good with my proprioception. I guess it's not proprioception. Depth of perception. Oh my God. I'm really good with judging where my car is on the road, and I went to correct so I wouldn't drive over it, and I ran right over the sucker and popped my tire on the way to the gym. It was really, really frustrating. But for some reason, I was just like, it's okay. This is fine. And pulled over, called Geico. Geico was like, oh, you actually don't have roadside assistance anymore. Sorry about it. And I was like, when did that change? I've always had it. They're like, oh, we can set that up for you, but it's not going to cover this episode. So I tried calling tow trucks, and all of them were like a 2-hour wait. I re-examined my tire, and I was like, you know what? This kind of looks okay. Okay? And I was able to drive to a repair place. Not only was I able to get there, they were able to take me immediately. And guess what, Pile 4? I didn't pay a thing. My tire wasn't really broken or deemed broken by them. They did a patch or whatever and sent me on my way. They said there's no need to replace the tire because it was like literally brand new. That's why it was also kind of like annoying. But just like that, that's the energy I see for you guys, but multiple events, okay? I just see like you relaxing and sort of stepping into this Christ consciousness, if you guys know what that is, and just seeing how you are glowing. Your energy is so high, it's amazing. People can see it, Pile 4. This glow that I'm getting all around, it's not even necessarily a glow up. It's that you have moved into a consciousness, a level of consciousness that you actually emit this light. This is amazing. I know exactly where you are. Let's get some more clarifiers, please. This is for Pile 4. You know, I think that you guys are in a place where you don't necessarily wonder for the future. You're not worried. You're either in a career or in a path that you feel supports you and that you can pour into it. You feel very balanced with your give and take, with energy, with people, with what you do. Oh, what was that message? I'm sorry. I totally lost that one. I was trying to make myself sound less like an air sign, and I made myself sound like more of an air sign. Okay. All right, a turning point. Oh, there it is. There's the magic. Okay. Let your path be guided by your creative talent, passion, and drive. Okay, wherever you are going in March, you have the blessing of the Eight of Wands clarified by the star. Okay? Maybe that's what I was getting after, this hopes and dreams. It feels like you presently live in that reality. So you don't want necessarily, you don't worry about the future. You kind of exist right now, okay? You're in a place where things work and you know how to work with them otherwise. Wow, okay. Ace of Swords. And then a Page of Cups, clarified by the Two of Cups. Curious, okay. Two aces, new energy, okay. Very supportive energy. New energy, right? We're talking about movement, okay. There's a huge shift happening and it's like really perceivable. Like you feel this moving forward, okay. You sense this energy. This Ace of Swords, let yourself seek clarity on this path or this action plan, right? We need to have a very, very, very clear action plan. But I get the sense I don't need to tell you that, okay? It's more of like sensing your life purpose. When I see this Ace of Swords in reverse, it reminds me of pulling the sword from the stone, okay? It's gracefully, gingerly, and delicately, okay? You guys are this type of energy. It's just what I'm picking up on, okay? Others, you know, you could be sensing this divine sense of life purpose. One moment, the water heater in the studio is turning on, so for the second time, I'm going to get out of this Dang chair. Sorry about that. If I let that go, there would be some massive pops and fizzles and crazy things like that, okay? I do see an abundance of gray, okay? Right off the bat, when I came back to the table, I'm seeing a lot of gray in the background, okay? So gray is the nuance. It is the in-between, okay? I think that some of you, do really resonate with what I've been speaking so far, but some of you are a little bit lower on that vibration, okay? This is just happening to you because I see you moving out of this Five of Cups energy, despair and confusion, okay? The wool is being pulled off your eyes in Pile 4 at the very least, okay? And then some of us are experiencing fresh love, okay? A new relationship, a proposal perhaps. This is also the energy of expect the unexpected, right? If you were to look into your nice gold goblet of drinking water or wine or ambrosia, would you expect a fish to jump out at you? Probably not. It would surprise me. And fish talk about prosperity, okay? It's like we're clutching almost, the Ace of Cups, right? We've got this attention to holding on to all these tools, okay? It makes me think of the magician, and it makes me feel like you guys are the magician. Perhaps you guys have recently alchemized some situation, okay? Perhaps you guys were leaving a relationship, and as a result of making that effort and getting out of this and cutting this away, this could be a relationship with a person, work, family, romance, habits, yada, 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 okay? As a result of taking decisive action, you saw your life shift. And you're like, oh my God, I understand what spirituality is about. I understand why self-confidence and self-awareness is a superpower. And you are turning on to be a living God, is what I want to call it. Okay, Christ consciousness is also another way. Where things in your life are right in March are happening with such divine timing and serendipity that it's just amazing, okay? It's amazing to you. Because we do have this kind of new energy, and then I'm sensing kind of relationship here, let's pull some romance cards. So this is for Pile 4, who seem to be having the most incredible March. Is there anything in love for Pile 4? What can we talk about in all things love for Pile 4? Okay, that's probably way too many. 2, that's beautiful. Unrequited love and let your friends help you. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going, and ask for and accept support from others. Curious. Okay, I'm going to set those little guys there. Interesting. Okay, so this could be describing this love that had transpired, that you had to let go, okay? It was robbing you energetically and confusing you, okay? It's like we're cutting through all the confusion in March. The fog is lifting and there is a lot of movement, okay? You guys are being supported by the most incredible energy, the star and the fairies, okay? I do see a relationship that was unrequited, okay? And honestly, those, when I was younger, those used to be my favorite. But, they don't really fill our cup, do they? Right? It's one thing to pine after someone, but ultimately, if they're not attracted to you, that relationship's not going anywhere, okay? But I'm also getting, those of you who are freshly out of this decision to sort of let this relationship go, remember, a relationship could mean many things, okay? Ask for some support from your friends, okay? You don't have to do this alone, though I sense that you're fully capable of this. I think right now you could really sort of steer away from love and look for friendships, okay? Perhaps this isn't love after all that we're talking about. Yeah, okay? It's about friendships, but I did want to draw from here. Oh, a small bump came out again. Okay, so it was meant to be. It's this card for those of you who are in committed relationships and there was some little small hiccup, okay? This is like the energy of Flirting, very, very casual flirting, and perhaps you overreacted or they overreacted. This is not devastating, okay? This is not going to end the relationship. It was just some meaningless flirting, okay? Is the energy a small bump? And again, this is a general reading, so that's about as specific I can be. Small bump, it just says, don't worry, okay? This will pass. Time will heal this. Whatever this romantic small bump seems to be about. And if that's not you, you know, it doesn't resonate, you can let that message drop. I do want to finish with, I know this reading got so long, all of them have been a little bit lengthy, with an animal medicine card, okay? I really want you guys to research this animal. It's been trying to get your attention since January. Oh, the dragonfly came out already. I'm going to let you guys hold on to this dragonfly too, though, okay? To me, this dragonfly talks about illusion, okay? And it talks about the unseen because it talks about the iridescence on the wings, which makes me think of this angel aura quartz, which is making me think of just this incredible glow, okay? This magic. There's just magic written all over this, especially with the Ace of Wands, okay? Yeah, I think dragonflies could be significant to you. They're magical to me, little dragons, right? Yeah, try to do a little bit of research. This little guy has been trying to get your attention, and I think he's going to be significant in the month of March. So this is the end of your reading, and I hope that you guys liked this message. If you've made it this far in the reading, you can give me a big thumbs up. It helps other people find these messages, and it helps my channel grow. If you haven't already, you can consider subscribing, and until next time, stay divine. Hello, Pile 5. Welcome to your reading. Everyone who chose the magnificent Tiger's Eye. We're going to set that there and start your March prediction with some earth magic. So, let's see if we can get 2 cards for Pile 5. What does Pile 5 need to know? What does the Tiger's Eye need to know? What does Pile 5 have to look forward to in March? How are you guys? You are my last pile for this prediction video. Okay, feels like these two. First one is Meadow with vulnerability. And then Green Man with synergy. Curious, okay? A lot of green, okay? So perhaps March is a period of growth for you, okay? And we're also calling attention to a balanced heart chakra, okay? I like to see green on both sides. So to me, that means that you guys have a balanced heart chakra, or it's becoming more balanced. So you're sensing that everyone is you, okay? And that we are all one in the same kind of energy. And just, you know, you're a little bit more compassionate these days, okay? I think that you guys might not be new to spirituality, okay? I kind of sense this really great energy with vulnerability and synergy. That's very curious. To me, it talks about 2 energies coming to mind. Like coming together. And this is like creative expression, okay? To me, it talks about some more, a quieter voice with perhaps a more confident voice. It's the idea of those 2 coming together to produce something brilliant, okay? Now that could be a relationship, this could be a work connection, something along those lines, but it's like established growth. Where Pile 4 was coming into bloom, it feels like you guys are this like really lush field, okay? A lot of sustainable, ooh, that's a great one, life. Love to see sustainability. So, let's open your tarot, or yeah, your reading with some tarot. All right. A lot of green, look at all that. Okay, so for Pile 5, the Tiger's Eye. 6 of Pentacles, gifts. Okay, so yeah, abundance. You know, this looks like ripe abundance to me. Let's get a little bit more information. Ooh, another 6. See, there's harmony here. You might be seeing 666 a lot. 666, 6 is repeating, okay? And it talks to me about harmony. So now you have gifts with success. Cool. So you guys have a really abundant March to look forward to, okay? Unlike any of the other 4 piles. This is super curious, okay? I love to see harmony as well. I was seeing a balanced here, right? A balanced heart chakra. There's a lot of balance. This month seems very harmonious for you, okay? It feels like work is going to be balanced by play. Relationships are going to be really happy. They're going to be supportive. You're feeling like you have friends and family who are sustainable. They're like your 4 quarters. You've got your 4 quarters figured out. You used to carry like 100 pennies or 10 dimes. You've got your 4 quarters, and you really pour a lot of love and attention into these relationships, and it's like they give it back. What? Look at this. Beautiful. 10 of Cups, okay? Joyfulness. The 10 of Cups is also, okay, cool. So your message, your month of March is about just being, okay? There are parts and moments in our life where we're supposed to pause and reflect on everything around us, okay? This is talking about how, to me, it's always this one scene, okay? It's being in the living room, and I just finished cleaning the house, and I'm sitting there watching the glow of this amber low light flood through the windows, across the coffee table and flowers, and reflecting off the gold leaf pages of one of my photography books. And it's just being in that moment of just happy contentment. This isn't necessarily like winning the lottery. This is just feeling like you can step back and enjoy the view. This is really, really good. March is about nourishing yourself and being grounded, but it's not about doing the work. It's about feeling, okay, very, very abundant and grateful for everything. It feels like you guys have set yourself up to have an amazing 2022. I'm really, really interested into your reading. 7 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so faith, curious, okay, and patience. I think right now there's ripeness. Okay, I just kept hearing ripe. Things are very good right now. Or in the month of March, they are going to unroll. What am I trying to say? Unfold. There we go. They're going to unfold very quickly. But I sense this is energy that is already occurring, okay? March is a moment of reprieve. It's like, it's a moment to look and appreciate. It's a moment to sort of like take an extra second in the morning with your coffee cup to take in a new view, to appreciate some work in your garden. You know, maybe gardening would be really, really nice for pile 5 in the month of March. Okay, obviously March is spring. I don't know where you guys live. I'm in Southern California, and I just spent the weekend going to Lowe's and Home Depot and buying a bunch of new pots to pot up my plants. And it was so amazing to come back in after all that spring cleaning and just look around and be like, oh, that was such a good choice. And, you know, it's such a small thing to go out and buy new pots and pot them up, but it was so joyful and happy and relaxing and calm and nourishing. And that's what I'm getting for you guys. Let's just go ahead and clarify with some tarot. I don't necessarily need these cards, but let's just go ahead anyways. I've been doing that with the others. You know, actually, no. I am doing this new thing. I'm trying to. Pile 5. This message is coming out. I don't need to beat a dead horse. March looks remarkable for you guys, okay? I will draw an animal medicine card and a spiritual lens. Let's do this animal medicine card first. Okay, so this animal, they've been trying to get your attention since January. Oh, what beautiful. Okay, I really want you guys to research the raven and see what it means to you. I'll divine it a little bit, but this guy has been trying to get your attention since January, and he really wants to work with you in the month of March. I see you guys as being very, very grounded. There are a few friends I feel like are in this pile that I know, and it feels like you're supposed to be enjoying the garden, growing things, spending time at home, feeling really happy with your family, harmonious relationships, money and career and drive. All those things feel really balanced and really good. Raven talks about magic. I'm getting a really interesting idea here with Green Man's synergy and Raven. To me, it's talking about the occult, mysticism, and magic. And there's a relationship. There's a duo that I'm seeing. There's this idea of combining a quieter voice with a more confident voice and finding magic in that combination. Okay? Whatever that really means to you. Oh my gosh, my stomach. Let's go ahead and take on this spiritual lens. So for pile 5, those who chose the magnificent tiger's eye. What do we have for pile 5? Leap, you go first. The universe will catch you. Curious, I want one more. Oh. Too many. Okay, you're right. That was the message. So look, we have these two figures, two of them, okay? And it's this idea of combining something, okay? And there's magic going on here as well. There's this idea of working with the universe. You guys have an understanding, a higher sort of cosmic understanding. I see maybe this is a part in you that you need to water a little bit more. It's this vulnerable part that, to me, that talks about quieter, not as vigorous, not as much attention has been paid to it. It's this other aspect in you that we want to bring to life into synergy with your more confident half. Okay, if this isn't talking about two parties, this is talking about within you. There's something you do. There's something, a talent you have. It's been put on a bookshelf. It's something about you, okay? If it's not a talent, it's something that you're very capable of doing, okay? It's an expression of, it's an aspect of yourself that we want to water a little bit. We want to bring that maybe even old part of you into the present moment and just sprinkle a little bit of that because it's going to be magical, okay? This leap, you go first, the universe will catch you. To me, that talks about the end of March, okay? To me, right now, March is really about experiencing life for how good it really seems to be right now. This is really enjoying where you live, the friendships you have, what you do for hobbies. Not all of life is about work, okay? There are some moments where we're supposed to take a step back and take it all in for how magnificent and magical it is to be on this earth plane, okay? That's March for you. Spiritually, there's something related to dreams, okay? I think that this Piscean moon that I'm picking up on could be significant to you. There could be some Pisces in your chart, moon perhaps, and there's this, it's very psychic. Is what I'm getting, okay, with Green Man, the Raven, and this Leap card. Perhaps there's something that's requiring a little bit of confidence right now in your life, and we're really asking you guys to take a leap, but this is later. I sense that this is at the end of March, okay? Now, your reading is quite a bit shorter than others, but that's fine. I want to, that's what we'll use this deck for. Let's draw a few cards, maybe just 2 or 3. What is this leap about? 8 of Wands, okay. It's an inkling, it's an idea, it's a message, it's a communication. You go first, the universe will catch you. I know you guys know what this is what I'm hearing. Hermit in reverse. Okay. One more. Perhaps too many. Okay. Some of you are coming out of limbo. That's amazing. Coming out of a rest and stepping back into your power or spirituality. Okay, so I think that perhaps the beginning of this year may have been trying or challenging. Energy felt stuck and stale. And it really caused you to pause, okay? Perhaps this was upsetting to you. But I think some of you really did just, this kind of sounds backwards, but you really bite the bullet and quieted yourself and stayed still and didn't try to push through it, okay? And as a result, you're stepping into the Queen of Wands energy. Love her. She's lighthearted. She's playful. She tells me to let March be this moment where you just really immerse yourself in the garden and outside and growing your plants and it's like loving even the tiniest moments, just coffee with your partner or watching your kids or going on just like a very small outing with a friend and just like letting life feel splendid right now, okay? And then you can have this moment of leaping and the universe will catch you, okay? Because I feel like you needed this moment of healing and this rest in order to find inspiration again, okay? And you're finding that creative inspiration, that passion, that zeal, that lust for life, okay? In a very balanced and harmonious way, okay? The black cat is significant to someone here too. So this, with one more message, you are right. I am drawing a message from the void because we have this amazing void right here, this raven with his black cat. So this is for pile 5, please. Let's get a final parting message for pile 5. Boy, you really want to come out. You receive abundance from the present. Okay, yes. So March is about really being in tune with where you are in the present moment, expressing gratitude, just living in this pure joy because you're supposed to radiate this positive energy out right now, and that's enough as a soul. Again, we're not always supposed to be working, climbing career ladders, and some of us play integral parts because some of you are very, very spiritual and highly connected, okay? And I'm getting that March, you're just supposed to stand in this power, okay? Things should be good right now at home, okay? Finances, career, relationships, life. Things should be good right now. That's how it feels. And you're meant to stand in this and sock it up. It's like you are supposed to stretch up and reach your roots down into this present moment right now where things seem very, very good. Okay? Really soak this up because it's really nourishing to your soul. But as you do so, I'm getting that you glow and you emit this. You emit it, okay, to people around you. You receive abundance in the present moment, okay? So that means more is to come because you're creating this sort of really high vibrational match for, I think, this future that you're going towards is what I'm getting, okay? Beautiful reading, pile 5. I really enjoyed your reading. If you haven't already, you can consider subscribing. And if you've made it this far in the video, you can give me a big thumbs up. It really helps other people find these messages and it helps my channel grow. And until next time, stay divine.